Hello everyone and welcome back guys to round 3 of season 2 of the F1 2021 Williams Road to Glory. Yesterday we're here finally back heading to Portimao here. Yes, of course, if you missed out on the last video that went live from Imola, I would definitely recommend going back and checking it out. Won't leave any spoilers just yet, but of course, yeah, if you missed out on that one, yeah, again, just go back and go watch that video. You know, it sets up quite nicely as we head into round 3 of the year there. But yeah, Portimao though, often a track I've enjoyed on F1 2021, a bit like Imola last time, the first time we're going to be heading here in this Williams RTG, so really not too sure what to expect from the car, but so far pace has been quite good. You know, we've had a couple of surprises, but things have been going alright. 400 R&D points at the moment means we won't be able to put any more upgrades on the car before the weekend, but championship wise, you can see we're currently tied with Charles Leclerc in his Ferrari there. The 1 point to our name puts us ahead of Alfa Romeo and Haas there. Fingers crossed we should have some good pace to match Aston and Alpine as the year goes on. But 1 point separating Mercedes and Red Bull at the top there as Hamilton and Verstappen tied on 43 each there as well. But yeah, fingers crossed though this weekend we can have a good running. Let's dive in here to the Portuguese Grand Prix. Well, a few technical gremlins then to kickstart qualifying, but we are then ready here in our Williams once more there. And I'll be honest, looks like this weekend pace is going to struggle here. Never really thought this would be a track that suits our car. You know, a lot of aero and chassis dependency around here, and this car not particularly brilliant in those areas still. So we'll see what we can try and drag out of it over one lap. I mean, even if we could just get sort of top 15, though, George and I clear of the Haas and the Alphas still. I think, of course, is the key, you know, being within touching range of those Aston Martins. Their qualifying pace is generally pretty horrendous so far during Season 2. So, yeah, we'll wait and see as to what can happen with it. But, yeah, need to try and get a couple of good laps dialed in. Practice was very difficult as well. A lot of dry and intermediate running, which makes things difficult. Trying to sort of judge how much grip and everything like that you can carry into a corner. But so far so good though on this first lap. Latifi is the benchmark in his Haas. So we're going to head through in towards Sector 3. Are we going to be up on the Haas driver? Yes, but only by half a tenth at the moment. So we're going to definitely need to do some concentration laps in just a moment. But around the final couple of corners we go. Try and tip it in. This corner is always really weird to do on F1 2021, but so satisfying when you get it hooked up. Through the final couple of turns though, back out of the final corner, completely pinned of course in basically any modern Formula 1 car. Up towards the line, it's going to be a 17.4, puts us half a second behind Russell there. Giovinazzi is quicker than me at the moment as well. We can definitely find more time though. Right, second lap then, we're going to try and go for a bit more of an attacking push lap. Now we've got a banker on the board. It's been relegated down now to 17th place, so still quicker and both Haas and Nikita Mazepin. Seems weird to see Mazepin not in a Haas car. Then again, he spent most of my team not on Haas either, as Lance Stroll heading out of the pit lane. Luckily, he's not going to get in our way. Just can't seem to get the car quite where I want it through a lot of these corners. Whether I'm just too used to the My Team car or what. End of our second lap, though. We are going to be... No, we're not. Are we going to be up? We're going to be pretty much identical as we cross the line there, which isn't going to help us much. Yeah, 13 thousandths we found that time. Just cannot seem to find the pace. There's now Schumacher getting closer and closer again. We better get out of the way of Stroll. But yeah, really struggling. Right, well, I guess at least the sun's shining then, ready for our final run here in qualifying altogether as we head out of the final corner then. Really got to try and set ourselves up here. All or nothing then on this final lap. Still half a second up to George Russell, but is he going to be able to find any more time on these final laps? Let's activate the DRS and let's try and really get this thing hooked up around a lap here of Portimao. And immediately, that's not going to be the line through turn 1, turning in way too early. Gained a small amount, but nothing too major there. Yeah, just turning way too early and had to second guess myself as we head out of the first few corners there. Activate the DRS again, a tenth and a half up though. I think most of that gained through turn 3. Really got to try and just tip it in through the hairpins and then roll on the power nicely on the exit there. Another bit of time found as we head back up the hill, tipping in down the one gear through the first spot. Oh, Giovinazzi has gone quicker than George Russell at the moment. There is Hamilton. Sets a 1:15.1. We're still just trying to find a little bit of time as Charles Leclerc goes fastest out of nowhere. So clearly track is getting a bit quicker then at the moment, as that was a really weirdly nice line in towards the penultimate corner. Try and roll on the power as best as possible. We are going to find about 0.3 of a second then as we head out through the final couple of corners. But it isn't quite going to be enough to beat out George Russell there. Are we going to go quicker than Mazepin? I don't think so. P17 in the end of qualifying. Not where we wanted to be at all.
With qualifying finished, it's time to remind ourselves of our top three. Bottas, Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton. With qualifying complete, all that remains is the main event. We'll be live and uninterrupted for the Grand Prix tomorrow, so make sure you join us then.
Well, there we go then. Valtteri Bottas on the pole for the Portuguese Grand Prix ahead of Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton there. Red Bull just a little bit further back this weekend as Sainz and Norris, the two former McLaren teammates, tied at the end of qualifying there. But yeah, we did end up going back quicker than Mazepin. 3-4 tenths off our teammate George Russell there, who was definitely within touching distance of the Aston Martins. But yeah, really struggling for pace in qualifying. Fingers crossed it can all come together. Let's dive in to the Portuguese Grand Prix. I've partnered up with the F1 store for 2022, the best place to buy Formula 1 merchandise. Currently, they have an incredible end-of-year sale on with plenty of 2021 lines available at up to 40% off, with official merch available from every Formula 1 team. If you're interested, click the link at the top of the description or in the pinned comment down below to help support the channel.
The Formula 1 circus has made its way to the southern coast of Portugal this week, and it's preparing for what I expect to be a terrific race here in Portimão. So Portimão features 15 turns over the course of its 2.9-mile length. 9 are right-handers, 6 are to the left, and this is a track with a lot of uphill action, which only accentuates the importance of getting those exits right, especially at turn 4, where a good line can present opportunities to pass on the way into turn 5. Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. Good job yesterday from Valtteri Bottas. The Finn starts from pole position, and it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Verstappen, Sergio Perez, and Norris, Sainz, Ricciardo, Gasly, and Kimi Raikkonen, Ocon, Tsunoda, Lance Stroll, and Vettel, Russell, Giovinazzi, Mr. Monaco and Nikita Mazepin, Mick Schumacher and Nicholas Latifi. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
Right, well here we are then on the grid, ready for round 3 of the year from the Portuguese Grand Prix. A little bit too early in the season to be seeing grid penalties coming in for other people, but there is a threat of rain late on in the race here today. I'm kind of hoping we can do soft mediums this weekend. Just starting on the alternate tyre last time really just didn't help us out at all there. So maybe we can soft medium it. Otherwise, we'll pit sort of lap 24, lap 25 and go another set of softs to the end of the Grand Prix there. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see about that rain. But yeah, P17 on the grid. I'm hoping the car's got a little bit more race pace in it than we saw in qualifying. But fingers crossed we can just try and get a good clean start here today. 5 red lights here in Portimão. And it's going to be a very long hole, but it is lights out, and away we go. And George Russell and myself both not really getting off well as we head down towards turn 1. They're immediately going to get swamped by the Haas cars. As that was Mick Schumacher trying to turn in on me. Latifi really tried to send it through the first corner, so we're going to have a look back up the inside of a couple of cars through turn 3 there as we try and put the power down. Mazepin making big progress forwards there as we do not want contact with our teammate George Russell at the start of this race. Having a look up the inside. Got to take any opportunity we possibly can early on this weekend. Try and get around all the back markers. As yeah, looks like we're seeing a lot of cars actually starting on the medium tyres here, so I think they are all trying to one-stop mediums to hards. But yeah, we've got to try and therefore be quick early on as already. Big wobble from the back end there, heading through one of the most difficult corners actually on F1 2021. Shouldn't be that difficult on paper, but just, yeah, F1 2021 things, I suppose, at the end of the day. But plunging back down the hill through the other side, I absolutely love Portimao. It's just such a great track here on F1 2021. We got Vettel and his Aston Martin and Yuki Tsunoda just in front of us as we ran through the final couple of corners there. Looks like Stroll, a little bit further up, is also on a set of the soft compound there as Bottas leads the way at the end of lap 1. Charles Leclerc had an atrocious start, second down to fourth place there. I'm guessing he's been jumped by Max Verstappen there as he tries to chase the Mercs. They're 1-2 as we start lap number 2. Well, that's not exactly what we want on just lap 2 of the Grand Prix. Back end already trying to fight with the front. Yeah, big wobble, but luckily, yeah, pretty fresh tyres still. I mean, we can keep it pointing in the right direction. I think this thing's going to keep me on my toes today, again. DRS now has been enabled in this Grand Prix, but looks like we're not going to be getting it or giving it to anyone else either. Just again, seems like we've slipped back a little bit on pace this weekend. It does to show.
Behind by 5/10 per lap.
Yeah, this Williams is sort of in a bit of a weird pace bubble at the moment where, yeah, again, apart from Bahrain, which is of course such a power circuit, we just can't quite seem to match the midfield week in, week out so far. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see and keep our head down. But yeah, fingers crossed though, we can try and stick close to Seb by the time we get round to the pit window. Got to be really careful. I stopped using so much battery as well. We're already down to half a charge. I'm so used to the 212 Motorsport cars that just don't use ERS at all. But yeah, at the moment, it's just burning through a little bit too much of our energy early on. Gio now looks like he's jumped Mazepin as they're already 3 seconds back. As we're just, yeah, trying to hang on desperately to the cars in front.
Our gap to the car in front is 1.7 seconds. Green flag.
Oh, yellow flag's out. Someone's having issues. I think it's a car behind us, though. Yeah, looks to be Nikita Mazepin, so yeah, not going to lose any sleep over that.
A new strategy is available on the
Latifi out as well. What's gone on? So having a look then, on board with Nicholas Latifi. I don't know why the replays aren't working properly. He's just come over the brow. There's Nikita Mazepin trying to get out of the way, and Latifi's kind of rammed into the back of him. GG's there, but it's given us a safety car, which opens up some race strategy at least. I mean, yeah, team have recommended we double pit now onto 2 sets of mediums, so we'll wait and see. We might be able to go medium back to softs later on in the race. But yeah, this really does open up the race quite a bit there. A lot of the front runners have not been able to box. You can see, yeah, the top 3 have been able to get through. Safety car holding up a few more cars. A lot of people into the pits though. Seb and Lance Stroll double stacking for Aston Martin there. And yeah, this might just have helped us out quite a bit in this race. 2.4 seconds stop, as that's not quite how you release a car into the pit lane, team, but we won't worry about that.
Clear of the white line on the exit. You'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track.
As now I'm a bit worried. Everyone else has gone the other way and gone on to soft, so what are the AI planning then? But yeah, fingers crossed, you know, it's a long race ahead of us and a re-bunched up field, but they're all going to be on much quicker rubber, in quicker cars.
Safety car is in this lap. Safety car in this lap. Let's make sure those tyres are up to temperature, and remember, there is no overtaking until the timing line. Stay in position until the green flags.
Well, safety car in then at the end of lap 10, so we're basically now at 1/3 race distance here. But we're going to have to really nail this restart. At least George Russell is up in the points, our teammate there. Of course, still on his set of mediums from the start of the Grand Prix, but why is the game not letting me go? Oh, good, the AI haven't gone at the front of the field just yet, as we're going to try and nail it at the final corner. What is Sebastian Vettel doing? We might have accidentally nailed it. There we go, green flag racing. And it's going to be a drag race between myself and the 4-time Formula 1 World Champion as we head back down towards turn 1 there. It's a shame the Aston has just got that little bit more poke as we try not to go into the back of him through turn 1.
That was a heck of an impact. Let me know you're okay.
What? Why was he braking there? What? Why is it rewinding as well for some reason? What was that from Sebastian Vettel? you see, heading into T1, brake early for him. And then through turn 2, he's broke there. What am I meant to do? I don't know why my pedals keep rewinding. That's definitely an issue. But we're out of the Portuguese Grand Prix there. And nothing I felt like I could have done to avoid that situation. This Seb just way too early on the brakes. I'm guessing obviously it was everyone else, Constantina up in front of him. But completely taken surprise in that situation there. And you guys know me, you know, we don't just take rewinds for the sake of it. We're out. I'm genuinely lost for words at that one. Sim damage is still brutal on F1 2021. I mean, we would have lost the wing anyway, but yeah, we're out of the Portuguese Grand Prix there. Gutted with that.
It's a performance that our Portuguese Grand Prix winners can be justifiably proud of, and I'm sure there'll be celebrations tonight. Anthony Davidson, what helped them deliver this result, do you think?
Without a doubt, the safety car changed everything today. The key to their success was keeping calm and reacting to the situation quickly. We've seen teams in the past throw away wins because they were too hesitant, but here they were decisive, and that's allowed them to take the advantage.
After an excellent performance at the Grand Prix, I'm sure there'll be plenty of celebrations tonight amongst the Mercedes team, and they certainly deserve it. It's a great result for Lewis Hamilton, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. Let's focus on the driver of the day, Anthony Davidson. Who do you pick?
Well, there's a lot of incredible driving out there today, Crofty, but if I had to pick someone, it's got to be Sergio Perez. Fantastic driving.
Let's move on to the constructors. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. Meanwhile, Ferrari have improved their position. A strong weekend from them as they fight their way towards the top. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.
Well, yeah, just very surprised at how suddenly that race came to an end there. But it is Valtteri Bottas makes it 3 winners in 3 Grand Prix there. Takes home the dub here from the Portuguese Grand Prix. The first one, too, for any team so far this year there as well. Of course, Hamilton and Verstappen have traded 1-2s early on. But Hamilton P2 still, with the fastest lap bonus point there, means he reclaims the lead of the championship and has a few points in hand there. Perez did end up P3 ahead of Max Verstappen there, with Leclerc in 5th, Lando in 6th ahead of Ricciardo and Carlos Sainz, Gasly and Esteban Ocon rounding out the top 10 there. So yeah, all those guys on the one stop, it didn't make much difference come the end of the GP there. But you can see, yeah, further down the order, was not a day to be a backmarker car. 3 of us out, 1 Haas, 1 Alpha, 1 Williams there in some very weird little instances. But you can see, yeah, George Russell wasn't even able to beat out Antonio Giovinazzi, so we really have lacked some pace this weekend there. But we've got to regroup, restructure and refocus there. Of course, next time around we will be returning, I think, to, is it Spain? I'm pretty certain, yeah, it is the Spanish Grand Prix next time out in this series there. But yeah, just gutted, but that's the way racing goes sometimes. Fingers crossed, yeah, we're going to have a few more upgrades on the car by the time we get back to Catalonia as well there. But thank you all so much for watching this video nonetheless. If you have enjoyed, do make sure you leave a like, get yourself subscribed as well. And yeah, we'll be back very soon, ready for the Spanish Grand Prix. You guys do not want to miss that. None of these videos would be possible without the help of our channel members, so a massive thank you to all of the names you see on your screens currently for helping support the channel. You can join them by clicking the join button down below, and yeah, thank you once again to everyone that continues all the insane support on my work.